Hey, it's Tristan Larson here, founder of OrderingAds.com. And in this video, we're going to talk about Facebook for restaurants in 2021. Now, obviously, if you're a restaurant owner and you're watching this right now, Facebook, as you probably realize by now, is the most powerful tool for growing a restaurant sales when used properly. And I'm assuming you clicked on this video because the strategies you've been trying up to this point are just not working as well as you'd like them to, or you're looking for strategies to help you get to the next level. Your current strategies are not terrible, but you feel like there's lots of room for opportunity. So that's what this video is all about. It's about how the landscape has changed, how the game has changed for restaurants using Facebook in 2021. And this video is going to cover the most effective strategies from my experience, which I'll explain what that is in a second. So let's go ahead and dive in. So first of all, who am I? My name is Tristan Larson, and I've successfully helped 330 plus concepts of all types and all sizes from 100K in revenue to $500 million in revenue in the United States, Canada, Australia, Egypt, and Denmark. I have ownership in 4 companies that help restaurants. I've spoken to thousands of restaurant owners and have cooperated with some of the most influential owners, vendors, and marketers in the industry. And I've spent millions of dollars in advertising on Facebook and have generated millions of dollars in food sales. And my business partners at OrderingAds.com have generated over $60 million in sales using online advertising, mostly using Facebook. I've been featured on Ty Lopez, Yahoo Finance. I've produced results for restaurants, like the results for Mark Rogers, helping him get his biggest sales day ever, helping Chris Brent increase his sales by 50 to 60% using Facebook, helping Richard Hamilton generate 2,400 online orders in a single day using Facebook, helping Alex increase his sales by 60% using Facebook. And we've had hundreds of strategy calls a month requesting our help with Facebook. And we've grown followings to hundreds of thousands. So I say all of that not to brag, but to give you some context and kind of share with you that we know what we're talking about. And I want to start off by sharing with you what does not work. So the first thing that does not work in 2021 is boosting posts. When you're on Facebook and you click the boost button at the bottom of the page, the bottom of your Facebook post, that does not work. There's a lot of reasons why boosting doesn't work, but basically there's something called Ads Manager, which is the back end of Facebook. It's a lot more complicated, and that's where you should be running ads. The reason why there's a boost button on the bottom of your Facebook posts is because that's basically like the easy button. That's the easy way to give Facebook money, the easy way to pay for an ad, but it's not nearly the most effective way of running an ad. You can think about it like, it's kind of like trying to fix your car instead of hiring a professional to fix your car. It might be, a little faster for you to try and do it yourself than to go to a professional, but it's not going to do as nearly good of a job, right? So boosting posts does not work. And the next thing that doesn't work is anything not paid for. And I know it sucks to hear that because paying money for advertising is probably not something you want to do, but anything not paid for on Facebook does not work, right? Facebook, Instagram, it's all pay to play at this point. In order for you to see a significant increase in sales, new customers coming in the door from your Facebook efforts, it's going to require paying, right? Back in, I think it was 2012, Facebook made so only 2 to 5% of your page likers actually see your posts. So the same people, every time you post on Facebook, see your posts over and over again. So you're not actually reaching new customers when you do not pay. Now, the next thing that does not work is low quality photos. If you're using an Android or you're using some type of old smartphone for your food photos, you're probably doing it wrong, right? Because especially when you're competing against so many other restaurants using Facebook, and almost every restaurant uses Facebook at this point, If you have ugly food photos and your competitor down the street, the other Italian restaurant, has beautiful photos, it's going to be hard for you to compete with them. They're going to get the business from Facebook. And then the ugly website, right? If your website is unattractive or ugly, does not matter how much money you spend on Facebook. If you're driving customers to an ugly website that leaves a bad impression, a bad taste in the potential customer's mouth, then your ads are not really going to work. And the other final thing is ordering system with poor user experience. If you're trying to use Facebook right now to generate online orders, which is what a lot of restaurants do and a lot of what we're doing for our clients, I can tell you if you're using a ordering system that has a bad user experience, that is slow or loads slowly, or there's a lot of steps before a customer is able to check out, and it takes a long time for them to actually add something to their cart and check out, all of this is going to decrease the effectiveness of your advertising. An ad is not standalone, right? It's not like you just run an ad and then your ad is the end all be all. It's the ad, then it's the website, then it's the ordering system, and then it's the staff. All of those things obviously build the impression and build the likelihood of whether or not you're going to get a purchase and see the effectiveness you want from your ads. So that's what does not work. And you can take a picture of this if it's helpful for you and keep these things in mind. Now let's talk about what does work. And I'm actually going to share with you examples of everything that does work so you can see it in real time and you know exactly what I'm talking about so that you can execute these things and do these things yourself. So number one, driving customers to a smartphone app. There's a reason why Domino's, Starbucks, Chipotle, Olive Garden, all the big brands, the billion-dollar companies are spending so much money driving customers to a smartphone app. And I'll reveal to you exactly why that is with real data later on in this video. Using messenger marketing to build a bot list. Now, if you don't know what a bot list is, you're watching the right video, because messenger marketing is an extremely powerful tool, extremely powerful way to use Facebook, and I'll share with you how you can use messenger marketing to build up an asset, a list of customers that you can send out a messenger blast to, that you can communicate with from your Facebook page and get a 90% plus open rate. So you're going to want to stay to when I share with you more about that. The next thing is running conversion ads to get online orders. Now, Tristan, you might be asking, what is a conversion ad? So a conversion ad is a type of Facebook ad. There's many different types of Facebook ads you can run, many different objectives of ads. So one objective is website clicks, which means the objective is to get someone to click on your website. Another objective is conversion ads, which is basically getting people to purchase from your website. Another objective is engagement ads, which means getting people to like, comment, or share. Lots of different objectives when you're running an ad on Facebook. Giveaways. So running a giveaway on your Facebook page, and also show you some examples of giveaways. Irresistible offers. So buy one, get ones, or any type of offer that's just irresistible. People see it and they're just like, man, that's such a good offer. I got to try this restaurant. And then using Facebook to build an email list or text message list. SMS list means text message list, right? You can send text blasts from your restaurant and you can get thousands of people to see a text from you just like an email blast. So I'll share with you a little bit more about that in a little bit. So this is what does work. Now, before we jump into more details about what does work, let me share with you some universal principles of advertising. Because it does not matter what you do when it comes to Facebook, if you don't understand these universal principles of advertising, no matter what you try to do, whether it's radio, television, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, it will not work if you don't know the universal principles, right? It's like I could give you the recipe, but that would just make you a cook. A great chef knows how to pair different ingredients together and create many different types of meals. And that chef does not necessarily need instructions. He knows that this ingredient works well with this ingredient, and he knows how to source the best ingredients to create the best dishes, right? I'm not a chef, but from my understanding, that's how it works. So it's the same thing, right? If you have if you're a chef and you know what ingredients work well together, you can make informed decisions yourself. So that's what these principles are about, to help you make the best possible decisions when marketing your restaurant, no matter what platform you're using. And these principles are especially applicable today. So number one is the reason respecting bias. So there's something in the human brain called the reason respecting bias that basically means humans need a reason to do something. Pretty self-explanatory, right? So when it comes to trying to sell anything, especially food, people need a reason to order from you. So you need to give them a reason. And the more compelling reason, the more likely someone is to take action. That's why creating offers works so well, because it gives people a reason to take action. But there's many ways you can create reasons. You can create urgency and scarcity. For example, you could say there's a limited amount of this specific menu item. You could offer some type of deal that's exclusive for only a day, or only 2 days, or only 3 days. That'll give people a reason to take action quickly. You could describe the ingredients in a menu item, and if people like the way you explaining those ingredients paints a picture in their head, that's giving them a reason. If their mouth is watering as they're reading the description in your ad, that's giving them a reason to take action. If in your ad you say something like, tired of grocery store food, treat yourself after a hard week of work, you're giving people a reason to take action right then. They've worked hard. You're giving them an excuse in your ad to take action right away. Creatives that drive impulse purchases. Most of our clients, we use no coupons, we use no offers, because we know how to drive impulse purchases. When someone's scrolling down their Facebook newsfeed, they need to see your post, your ad, your picture of your food with a great caption, and it needs to drive an impulse. They need to see it, click the link, and then purchase. I mean, how many times have you seen an ad where you just buy something without even thinking about it? It just was an impulse. I just bought a chess kit that was like $200 after seeing an ad, and that was not a premeditated purchase. I just pulled the trigger, right? Looking back, maybe it wasn't the best decision, but it was an impulse purchase, right? Another principle is owning a word. One of our clients, Mark Rogers, owns a restaurant called Mixed Up Burgers. We own the word for Mark, build your own burger. We own that phrase or that word. And what we found is none of his competitors allow you to build your own burger. All of his competitors only have 4 menu items or 5 menu items, whereas Mark has hundreds of combinations of different burgers someone could make. So we own the phrase build your own burger. None of his competitors can claim that they let you build your own burger. So as a result of us using that phrase, we're able to own that word. So whenever, a family's sitting on their couch and they're talking about what they want to eat, and someone says burgers, And then Jim says, I want to build my own burger. Where do you think they're going to go? They're going to go to Mark Rogers' restaurant, Mixed Up Burgers. Anyone within a 10-mile radius of him, that's what they're going to do if they want to build their own burger. Own your traffic. This means build an asset. This means build an email list, a text message list. Build data that does not cost you money. If you have an email list, sending out an email blast to that list costs you $0, right? The more data you own, the more free marketing you can get. Now, here's some other principles. Know your unique selling proposition. If there's 30 other Italian restaurants in town, what makes you different from every single one? No, making your food from scratch probably doesn't make you different. 20 out of the 30 probably do that. All right, so what else? Family recipes. Sorry, but they probably use family recipes too. What makes you different? If you don't know, go to every competitor, at least go to every competitor's website, and then find out what makes you different. And if there's nothing that makes you different, you got to change something about your business. And I know that sounds harsh, but that's the reality. So what differentiates you from the competition? What is your unique selling proposition? Build Your Own Burgers is a great example of a unique selling proposition. So what is yours? If you have $50 spaghetti, that is a unique selling proposition, because I promise you, your competitors probably do not have that. If you have $50 spaghetti with gold flakes and truffles, and that's your best-selling menu item, use that. Emphasize that, because that's what makes you different. People are going to come just to try that, just to spend $50 on spaghetti, because they're just like, that's just wild, right? So what makes you different? What makes you stand out? What can make people say, wow, that's different, that's unique? And like I said before, ads won't work if your website sucks, your ordering system sucks, your user experience is bad, your photos were taken on an Android, etc. All the pieces need to be good or great in order for any of your marketing efforts to work. If any one piece of the system is broken, it's not going to work as well. Use cognitive biases. So the human brain has different biases. As humans, we have different biases, right? An example of this is social proof. We tend to do what other people do. That's why reviews work. The more reviews you have, the more social proof you have, the more validation you have. So if you don't know what a cognitive bias is, you can write this down and then you can Google cognitive biases. Basically, as humans, we need shortcuts to make decisions. One shortcut, like the example I just gave, is we look for what other people do. And we tend to make decisions based off what other people do. If you know cognitive biases, you can use them in your marketing to trigger impulse purchases. This is what we do for our clients. Break even on acquisition and aim for lifetime value. This basically means, like for example, Olive Garden spends $20 to $40 on an ad to bring a customer in their business. Now, our clients pay between $1 and $5. We pay way less than Olive Garden. However, that doesn't mean Olive Garden is doing the wrong thing. See, Olive Garden, what they're doing is they're saying, hey, we'll spend $40 to bring a new customer in. We'll lose money on that first order, but we'll make money on the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, the 10th, because we know our average customer is worth $1,000 over 3 years. So yeah, I'll pay $40 to make $1,000 over 3 years all day long. I'll pay $100 to make $1,000 all, over the course of 3 years. So that's the mindset. To be effective in advertising, it's not about making money on that first order. That's the wrong way to think about it. If you think about it like that, your advertising will literally never work. It will never, ever, ever work for you. if your mindset is trying to make money on that first order. It just does not work like that. Unless you're selling a yacht or you're selling a really expensive item, it just doesn't work, right? If you're selling something that's $25, it's very hard. We do this for our clients, but that's because we're the best in the world at what we do. But it's very hard to make money on that first order, especially when you look at your margins and everything like that. The mindset with advertising is break even on the first order or lose money on the first order, a little bit of money, make money on lifetime value. Have a retention strategy. So the principle I just gave you works best when you have a retention strategy. What is your system for making so you have repeat visits? What's your system? Do you have a system? Meaning like you have a specific protocol that you put in place for every customer that comes in to get them to come again. If you don't, you're leaving money on the table. And it takes 6 to 8 touches to turn a stranger into a paying customer. On average, studies show you got to get in front of a customer at least 6 times for them to come in. Meaning they need to see your ad 6 times before they decide to come in. And then marketing compounds over time. You're not going to see results in the first month. You'll start to see results in the second month, third month, fourth month. Marketing works best over time, right? The more you do it, the more it works for you. It's like putting money in the stock market and choosing a stock that goes up by 10% every year. It compounds. 10 years from now, you will have doubled your money, right? Marketing is a lot faster than the stock market, but it works the same way. You put $1 in, and that dollar will turn into $2, then $3, and $4, and $5, and $6 over time. And if you're really good at what you do, you can turn that $1 into $2 fast. Now, like I shared with you with what does work, so driving customers to a smartphone app, I'm going to show you an example of that right now. So Chipotle spent millions on TV ads telling people to download their app. Domino's spends a lot of money on Facebook driving customers to their app. Starbucks spends millions on Facebook telling people to download their app. Why? Because according to research, studies show retail app users buy 33% more frequently, buy 34% more items, and they spend 37% more than non-app users. Basically, if you get a customer to download your app, they become like double as valuable to your business. Like they become way more valuable to your business. So let's just say that your average lifetime value of your customer is $1,000. If they download your app, it'll essentially be like $2,000. So that's why brands spend so much money getting customers to download their app. Now, using messenger marketing to build a bot list. So this is an example of a messenger ad on Facebook. Basically, the way this works is someone sees this ad on their Facebook newsfeed. They click send messenger, or they click send message right here where my mouse is. They click this little button that says send message, and then an automatic sequence of messages pops up. And this is an example of what a message would look like. Your Facebook page sends a message to their Facebook page. And you can send them coupons, you can send them messages. And basically what happens is this customer, this Facebook user, gets added to your Facebook Messenger list. And you can send out a message to them anytime you want. Just like email, except for Messenger has an average open rate of 90%. Meaning if you send a coupon to 1,000 people on Messenger, 900 will open it. So you can imagine how powerful that is. Now, running conversion ads to get online orders. So this is one of our clients, Sun Cafe. Imagine you're vegan and you're within a 5-mile radius of Sun Cafe and you see this ad pop up on your screen. You click shop now. After you click shop now, you go to their online ordering system and you add something to your order. And then as soon as you add something to your order, on the back end of Facebook, we see that someone purchased. So we generated $17,000 for Ron in our first month of working with him, and we spent $700. And we have all of those numbers. So right here where it says 76 cents per initiate checkout, we pay 76 cents whenever someone adds something to their cart. And we know the exact amount of online orders we're generating because of our ads. So this is a conversion ad. This is how we're able to generate an insane amount of online orders without any third parties, by using an ad to drive customers to the online ordering system, tracking the customer acquisition cost. And then once we have the customer acquisition cost, we can then scale. So imagine paying $2 to make $35. Well, if you have those numbers, all you have to do is spend $2 all day long to keep making $35. And that's how you scale a restaurant's online sales predictably. Now, giveaways. So this is an example of a giveaway we ran for one of our clients, Salute Restaurante. Basically, what we did is we gave away free food for a year. And we told people to comment and share in order to enter to win the giveaway. And what's super powerful about that is the average person on Facebook has 200 friends. So if 125 people shared our giveaway to their 200 friends, and we ran the ad to a 3-mile radius, and most people's friends are local, that means hundreds, thousands of local people saw their friends share this restaurant's Facebook post. And you can combine a giveaway with the messenger strategy I showed you before to build your messenger chatbot list. So we were able to add 572 bot subscribers with this giveaway. So for your restaurant, you can do something like a year of free food. Basically what that means is you give 2 people 1 free item once a month for a year. That'll cost you like $50 and $100 in food cost or something. Not that much money. And you can use that as a strategy to get a lot of people excited. Irresistible offers. So this is an example of an irresistible offer for our client Mixed Up Burgers. Imagine your entire family eating 4 giant 1/3 pound gourmet cheeseburgers, drinking 4 drinks, and chomping on 4 fresh made fry baskets while getting free curbside delivery and doing this for only $24.99. Well, you can when you order the family meal pack on our new website. Pay attention to the language here, right? 4 giant gourmet cheeseburgers. Giant gourmet. Those are 2 words that are like trigger words. Giant gourmet. We're really selling it. Drinking 4 drinks and chomping. We used a very specific verb here, chomping. We didn't say eating. We used the word chomping. We could use the word chomping, the word enjoying, the word tasting, any type of word that paints a picture. It's a vivid word. Chomping on 4 fresh-made fry baskets while getting free curbside delivery. This is a super persuasive ad. This is one of the best ads we've ever ran because it just paints a picture in your head as you read it, and you can't just help but purchase. This generated so much sales for Mark after we ran this ad. Like, he was messaging me on the project management tool we use, and he was like, we sold so much of this family meal pack. Thank you. And here's another example. This is another giveaway. You can take a picture of this, and then you can copy our caption if you want. So giveaways are another example of an irresistible offer. Free wings for a year, and this also worked really well. And then using Facebook to build email and SMS lists. So this is another example of a giveaway, and we ask people to comment in order to enter to win this giveaway. And then what we did after they commented is we collected their email and phone number using a chat bot. And then you can see here we collected people's names and then whether or not they purchased. So one of the things you can do with messenger marketing is you can ask people how much they spent when they came inside the restaurant because of the ad. So that's what we did here with this ad. Now, final thing here is viral content. So you can create ads specifically designed to go viral. And viral means that they're shared all over the internet. So this is an example of a viral ad. You can see 124 people commented on this. And the strategy is literally just to get people to comment. We ask people to pick one. So we show all these different desserts and we say, pick one. Pretty simple. We spent $30 on this ad. We reached over 10,000 people and we got over 100 comments. And this is engaging people. This is getting people involved and getting them excited about this client of ours. And the strategies I just shared with you have worked for Cindy, who got 1,000% ROI in her first week with her seafood concept. Richard, who got 1,200 online orders with a craft taco concept. Carlo, who got an additional $20,000 in sales with his pizza concept. Santo, who we increased his sales by 20% in 6 months. Chris, who doubled his sales with a fine dining concept. Or Nick, who brought in multiple 5 figures in additional sales with his nightclub. So this has worked for all types of restaurants across the entire country. In fact, we have clients in Denmark, in Egypt, in Australia, in Canada. I mean, all over the world, in every market you can think of, big markets, small markets, in the middle of nowhere in Utah, in the middle of nowhere in Mississippi, like all over the place. So rest assured, if you implement these strategies in your business, it's going to work. Now, at this point, you have 2 choices. You can continue doing it the old way, the way you've been doing it up to this point, where it's basically like you're pushing a boulder up a hill or pulling a rabbit out of your hat. You have like no idea whether or not you're getting a return on what you're doing. You don't know any of your numbers. You're not tracking any sales coming from what you're doing. You can continue doing it that way, trying 10,000 different combinations, wasting money and time, or start doing it the new way, the ways I've shared with you on the screen. Now, at this point, you could go ahead and take all the strategies I've just shared with you and implement them into your business and get results, and incredible results. But most restaurants I speak to do not have the time or the expertise to go ahead and do this themselves. So if you would like our help, my help in, increasing sales and implementing these strategies, click the link below this video to access another video that explains how to take all these strategies and put them together in a 3-step plan that gives your restaurant a system that grows like clockwork. So I have another video for you. This video will explain how to take everything in this video and implement it into your business in 3 steps, right? It's a 3-step plan. This video is a little bit disorganized. So if you want a 3-step plan that helps you implement all these strategies in a much more organized way, click the link below this video in the bio or in the caption of this video. Click it, and it'll give you another video that'll go in depth into a 3-step plan that gives you a system that grows sales like clockwork. So if you enjoyed this video, you got a lot of value out of this, I suggest you watch that other video And if you don't have time to do that right now, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe and comment below for more content like this to share with you how to grow your restaurant.